Que lo que, you know what it is. You know what it is. Bruns him. Hey, we did our thing. We said it's going to be an exciting game. A great show by New York Knickerbockers. We believe. We believe. All right? You got to be all in on this great game by our players. You saw last night confidence, belief in themselves, no matter with the Giannis on the team. That team was fully healthy, obviously before Middleton went down. But hey, that's the part of the game on there. But great game by our New York Knickerbockers. Everybody contributed. Phenomenal game by Wonderstein, Wonderbread. iHeart, phenomenal game by you, sir. We see you. We see you. You shining bright for real. You are bright skinned. You shining bright, boy. We see you. Double double, boy was all over the floor, diving, confidence. That is Isaiah. That is Isaiah. We seen that hustling. Great rotations by Tibbs. You saw he tried it out. What did we notice yesterday? I was calling for Precious. I thought he'd be a great matchup, which he tried it out in the beginning. So it looks like Bogey and Precious are the players that are in the rotation. Everybody else is going to be situational. Depending who has it going, he'll leave in. You saw Precious did good in the beginning, and then once they made that late run in the ending of the first when it was close to 25, then they went to 29-25 to close out the first quarter. They made that run. Precious was there. He was doing good. He was getting Josh Hart involved. I'm sorry, Jalen Brunson, good screen, setting Jalen Brunson up. But we needed a little bit of offensive threat. They started figuring that out and seeing there wasn't any other shooters. Then Thibodeau brought in Bogey. Bogey started doing better there. Then they went on a run again. So I like the rotations Tibbs did. I saw what he was trying to do, who he got involved in the game. Going forward, that's who it's going to be. That's our team. So from now to ending of the playoffs, you're looking at the Nova Knicks, Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, and you're looking at Jalen Brunson plus OG and then iHeart. Those are going to be our five. That's going to be who it is moving forward throughout the playoffs. That's who we're rolling with. And then situational, you're going to see uh, Deuce, who Deuce played great minutes. He played. He got involved when Dante needed a rest. He took over for Dante. When Jalen Brunson needed a rest, he took in for Jalen Brunson. We said that yesterday. I think he got about 18 minutes yesterday. He had two 3-pointers and a two, so he had 9 points. Deuce was extremely confident. You see, he was not fearful yesterday, which is a big key. We said that he needs to be take advantage of his role when he's in there and just be aggressive, and that he was. He took it right to Giannis, which that should have been an and one when he did the little layup, the little finger roll to the end. That should have been an and one, but of course he's not going to get that call now. So great game by Deuce. Josh Hart was moving and grooving, putting pressure on the defense, slicing, moving the ball. Jalen Brunson ended up with 43 points and 8 assists. Yes, it should have been more. Man, the new Knicks been talking about getting more assists. We've been talking about that forever. However, you can see a difference from Jalen Brunson in comparison to Julius Randle. Jalen Brunson recognizes the the double teams earlier. He recognizes double team. He even you see him. He almost moves away. He takes the double teams with him almost to a corner and draws them away from the paint. And then they get the hockey assist, which is pretty smart if you look at him. So he knows the double teams are coming. And it looks like he's running from it. That they're both chasing him to the sideline so they can use the sideline as a third defender. But he draws them there to move the ball, which he did to Dante. And then 4 or 5 times Dante found the man in the paint because as they extended that defense to the outside, Jalen Brunson throws a hockey assist to Dante. Dante finds the open player, which either was OG, to take a 3-point shot, which he missed. He's getting in rhythm. It's fine. Or iHeart. And iHeart had the little floater that he has, a little push shot, which worked very well yesterday. Um, Loving the confidence in iHeart. But that was great movement. So you're seeing that's a difference between Jalen Brunson and Randall so far because Randall's obviously getting double team. He was trying, even though he's shooting missiles, but they're both recognizing the double team. Except when Julius Randall gets double team, he's in the paint. He's a paint player. He's a big guy. Whereas the point guard, he can draw the defenders out. So that's something interesting to watch. Watch out for that in the playoffs. He's going to draw the players outside. He's not going to get as many assists as we'd like because he's going to get double teamed. So the fact that he got 8 yesterday plus 43 points is phenomenal. So salute to Jalen Brunson. And Jalen Brunson is now the all-time leader, all-time, anytime in history against the Bucks in season within 5 games, the most points scored on the Milwaukee Bucks all time in season. With it, when if you play them 5 times in a season, who had the most against him? He's north of 125 points. Allen Iverson is next to him. So Jalen Brunson just passed Allen Iverson last night for most points against the Milwaukee Bucks in a season all time in the history of them. So salute to him. We broke a record again last night. If this ain't your Knicks team, you ain't excited about this team, you're doing it wrong. You fanning wrong. And I don't mean fanning. You just you're not an organic fanatic. Anyway, wonderful game. Dante DiVincenzo lit his team up last night. This was his old team. Team he got a ring with. No, I'm sorry, he got a Golden State. Anyway, yeah, he won a ring with them. So he took his team out, and the big shots by him in the fourth quarter. You can see Dante, even when Dontre is not hitting a shot, he's doing other things, which was huge. Again, that's kind of why we moved Grimes. Not to bring back any sort of sport, but just you got to be able to do multiple things with this team, and that's what makes us dangerous because everybody that you see on the court is doing other things. Even Bogey, which salutes to Bogey. Bogey played a great game yesterday. If he's not threatening for a three, he's not that great defense. We understand that, but he's posting. He's moving the ball. He's finding other players. He's moving off the ball. He's cutting. He's doing other things to help the team, and even be a threat. Even just appear to be a threat because they know he can shoot. He walked down Bobby Portis on that three and hit it right in his face. So you can see his confidence starting to build up. So that which is a good thing. Bogey had 20 last night, 19 last night, which is big. If we can get that Bogey, anything north of 12 with Bogey, that's a huge plus for us. So you can see he's confident. You can see he understands his role is expanded now. His need is expanded. He loves the Knicks. He said it before in his press conference. He's been excited. Everyone from Croatia ideally loves to be a Knick or that's their dream to play as a Knick. So he's embraced this role. He's embraced his team. I even think he'd be willing, if he gets traded next year, to come back on a cheaper role just to be part of the Knicks. So, um, but wonderful game overall. Everybody participated. Everybody played well. Mitchell Robinson is coming along. You're seeing it. The blocks, the offensive rebounds. You can see his timing coming back. Uh, his hands ain't there yet. His timing for that isn't there yet. But the fact that he's going for the rebounds, he's being a menace on the block. He's threatening, running out to the 3-point line. He's still getting used to his foot. You can still see in some plays he was ginger or limping a little bit, whether he's trying to recover and just get comfortable on planting his foot. You can see sometimes I was wondering, like it looks like he was falling a lot, and it's not that he's falling; he's trying not to land on people's feet. So you can see he'd rather just fall instead of putting all that weight on his foot. So if you see sometimes that he's going to the floor, it's almost like he feels someone's foot that he'd just rather just fall and not put all that weight on the foot on there, and rather just fall and get back up. Which is kind of smart. He's trying to save himself from hurting himself, so I can see that on there. So you can see him slowly getting to that. Precious played well. Didn't score a lot, but you can see he's sharp on recognizing for picks to set up the pick for Brunson to see what the defense is doing and how they're collapsing on Brunson. So you can see him calling for Brunson, yo, get behind me. I'm about to set a pick for you. Freed up Brunson in the first quarter. So he's playing well. You can see he's in rhythm. He's confident because he knows that he's going to have some playing time and that he's got to be ready. So overall, wonderful game from every player. I think yesterday, Josh low-key did his thing. And you can see we moved the ball around a lot too, which we call for that. New Knicks was calling for that. So you're seeing ball movement is not leading to as far as assist-wise overall. But that was a great game. And we only had 7 turnovers, which was basically the game. We forced Milwaukee Bucks to 14 turnovers. They had double the amount of turnovers than we did. We only had 7. Great game overall. Great movement from the team. Kept them on their toes. And they had all their players. Brook Lopez was playing well as expected. You have Bobby Portis who had big shots in the fourth quarter, who almost gave him a run, almost gave him life. He's their energy guy, so you can't let him give them life. But overall, great game. Dante answered back. I love to fight on our Knicks. It's always, that's why I call them the first 48 Knicks. If you watch the show First 48, time to toe tag them and bag them. I love our fighting our players, and that's the most important part that I saw. This game and every game you're going to see forward. We are one game from second place. Now, we only got 4 games left. These are going to be a crazy 4 games. We got Chicago next, then we got Boston, then we got Chicago, then we got Brooklyn. So it's going to be an interesting run to the top. I mean, so many places changed yesterday from winning and losing. Orlando won, so they're up ahead because they got the split on us. But it's gonna be a fight to the finish. It's gonna be probably the most exciting 4 games to close the season that you've seen in a while. Normally, it's people turn off or don't even care about the last parts of the game. So salute to the NBA for not only the play-in, making it exciting in the beginning of the season, to this last half of the season with all the teams, even the West Coast. It's within 2-3 games. I mean, you could be from second to seventh in a 2-3 game losing streak. So we need a fight to the end. What you saw last night is great for us getting in rhythm. I said this will be the game where Tibbs is going to stick to whatever rotation he wants to run with for the playoffs. So you're already seeing that. We already know it's the Tender Trio. If you look at that City of God, if you know Tender Trio. Anyway, good movie. The Tender Trio. So the Nova Knicks, OG, and iHeart. That's who we're running with. That's the starting lineup. That's who we're going to be going with from now to the ECF and then some. If it's meant to be that way. And then you got Mitchell Robinson getting in form. Pressure, him and Precious were looking pretty good. So that's a formidable second team, including Deuce. Josh Hart played with the second team. There was a point in time where Jalen Brunson was playing with the second team. It was Jalen Brunson, Deuce, Josh Hart, Precious Achua, and then Mitch. So you can see Thibodeau is definitely tinkering a little bit. So if you look at the game, you see a lot of rotations, a lot of different movement from what Thibodeau was doing. He's sticking with those 8 players that we have, and then he's just moving them around a little bit, just moving pieces. But it looks like he's going to a solid 8-man rotation. But great win overall from team. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. We got our next game tomorrow against the Chicago Bulls. We'll be back to talk a little bit, quick short video on that. Salute to Machete grinding, doing his thing. So he's out there. If you ain't catch him on Sunday, he's working, trying to do his thing. Family man. We family man. We try to put our family first. You guys are our second family. But put the Most High first, family second, and then y'all. We give y'all love. We out here. We putting content out for you guys. So if you see this, you're watching this, put a like, put a comment. Let me reply to your comment. Tell me what you thought. Tell me if you see players that should have played better. What are your thoughts on the game that you saw? Who do you think played well? Who do you think played bad? How was Tibbs' rotation? Let me get some comments from you guys so I can reply to you guys. Like, subscribe, put a bell notification. I tell you guys I hate saying that, but come on, man. Y'all out there. Do it. Let us know what's up. Let us know how you think. Anything we can do better. Opinions, let us know. But salute to Knicks Nation. You heard? We doing our thing. Let's go, Knicks.